Okay, we're at Josh Perkins Building School. We're going to start making some tools, top tools. I'm going to make an Atlantic 33 punch for smaller tools to start with. Hammer punch or top tool punch. Paul Beisler gave me this Atlantic 33 a while back. Got my clogs on. Rainier Hoey gave me those in 2014. Went over to England. Do a little clog dance. Lyle can do a clog dance. One more clip will be coming out. See my hole. Yeah, this coal is kind of scaly. Real scaly. Very good. This note's already marked. Alright, look straight. Now we look, start driving the punch. I won't put that punch all the way in either. This material is a bit tough. Alright, we're going to go to the other side. Give me a pin clip. Just a second. Alright. That looks pretty good. Make it look straight. Okay, we're good. Feel the plug starting to sink. That's when it starts to stick. You'll see a little air through there. I don't know if that camera can see that. I'll go ahead and pull that punch with the sticks. Yeah, there's air on both sides. I'm not sure. Ed, why don't you look and see if the camera, no, oh, the camera, look and see if the camera can see that. Quickly.
No.
No?
Tilt it to me and up.
Where?
Lift your hand. Yeah, you can't really see it.
Okay, well,
But maybe if
we're home free though.
Zoomed
It's
in.
got air on both sides, so if it sticks again, I'll just leave it in there. There it is. See? And there's a little Daniel Rice trick. Well, didn't mean to do it, but punch is in good shape. Just go up here, there you go. And not a perfect hole, but for a top tool, it'll be okay. Just a little off center. I won't do any fixing of that. It'll be fine. Top tools go to the plane of the billet. A lot of times you don't get that with this, but we'll make the struck in. If we don't get it, we'll make the struck in and the other end line up with the column. What'd you do? What is that do? I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, don't. I'll give you direction. We'll be fullering I drive the drift. If you had a bad hole on one side worse than the other, you would not, no matter how deep they are, you would go to the big or the best hole. If you go to the worst hole, it makes the hole worse. And the better hole will make it better at building this tool. These are pretty much the same. Although in the smaller hole, that's the one that where the made the plug come out. It did not go as deep as when we went to the anvil to compress to make a plug. I don't know if that picks up sound in here either. The other day when I was recording it didn't. We don't have a microphone. You got fans going. It is a good idea to have a glove on when you're using the drift. These little baby tools, not that big of a deal, but this scale, if you drive your drift upside down, the scale that comes off of this pole here is a little bit heavier and more of it. Was not placing the door on there. Side to side. Change the position of the drift. I'm going to release the drift. I put it by the hole. The bottom cupping tool, top cupping tool, or ball sledge. Grip looks good. Same thing other side, just a little different. Count your hits, don't overhit these. Six hits a sheet on that side. Show something here too. You want the cheeks to fit in there. You don't go side to side. In a hole. Little ones will do that.
Your feet look a little swollen today. Your feet look swollen today.
They are. this wire, this rocky coil, different. It doesn't break up the same. When it pops, got to chip away at it sometimes. Keep it coated dead. And it's hot. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and drive it again. Sorry with the high because the grip pushes it out. After you cheat a little high. Now we release the grip. We're loud. That might have done it. The first one, yeah, wiggling. Well, it didn't conform to the either tool. You can hear the hit when it's firm to release. If you overhit that, you can stick it again the other way. I will do minimal gripping, only where it flares up at the top. And then I'll switch to the set or flatter. My flatter is kind of like a big set flatter. Crossbreed. Need a good Kevlar as well. These have a little oil. That gets.
There's one there.
I'm gonna pay that now.
Got the ventilation in the back of your thumb.
So I'm going to try and get the grip go through one direction on top tool on this third pass. Even out the cheeks.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and dry the grip again. I will brush before I do this. Put it right over that mark. Dry the grip again.
Turn it around. Tilt it a little.
Move it just a little further. See, it's almost there. We're going to do one more time. We're going to release the drift. And you see the little side thing here?
It's over here.
I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'm going to put it towards you. Maybe you can see that on the film. It takes it just a hair. Okay, we're going to do one more time. No fooling. And get that grip to go all the way. We want to shine all the way around that hole. And yeah, these little ones don't usually go to the billet size unless you have a real skinny drift, which I have. But I didn't pull that out. That's one that's been damaged. I still use it. It's only damaged down low. But for these tools especially, I will put that, and it makes a narrower type hole, which is fine. But it leaves you thicker sidewall, and you get to the plane of the billet with it. Yeah, this is one me and Daniel Leah made in England. That was a lot bigger struck in back then, 2014. It's about ready to be retired. You wear these things out doing this type of work more than any other tool. Yeah, don't ever hit more than twice with this. I'm gonna go ahead and drive it upside down. Brush again on this. We're trying to get rid of all the fuller marks in this area. We got a little thing on the edge of the hardy hole. And it shows this. There's a little, that will go away. The more contact you have with the drip, the easier it releases. You do not want to over release the drip when it conforms. I'll choose a working in and a struck in. This is going to be a smaller punch. I'll use a larger, longer one for the struck in and the shorter for the punch. So I usually do the struck in first. Then we'll need the set. Glove. We're going to try and just make a, we're not going to do it taper struck in. You can. I do sometimes. But to build the tools, you leave them straight. They fit on the pump tools flat better that way. Heat with the sheets up, not down in the fire. Make a false butcher to start with a set right over here. Just a second. All right. And one more time. False butcher. Now I hit straight. We're going to try and make it square. We got it. I'm going to do the diagonals. False butcher. Just a second. Same thing. Second. Again, flat, take away the diagonal pucker, brush, and you can see it's a little higher than the cheek. Put that right over the center of that. See the hit? And does not smash your cheeks. That's the strucking. Okay, the working in on these punches, I'm going to make a round base when I do it with a striker because you're not going to be able to draw it out the same like you would on a hammer, powder hammer. So we'll be making a little bitty, I call them blanks, look like a little mini sledgehammer type thing. But we'll go all the way to round. Now I don't always get total round on the side, on the bigger punch. But this one, I am going to go for more closer to total round on because I'm making a smaller punch. It may exceed this, and I will put to a larger set. You'll see a stair step if it ever exceeds. I might put this on this members only. I'm not sure. Too much information to put that. Some people don't like to hear you talk. I've gathered in some of the video But I do have members channel that I go into more detail. They want to know how to do this. This material is a little tougher too than the 4140 I usually use for this, or 5160. Is what I generally use for these punches. Very available. The Land 33 is not as available worldwide. There's only one manufacturer of it.
That's what I've heard.
We're gonna go for the boot. We got more work to do for one thing. I'm not going to change form yet. It's already bigger than the. I'm looking for a clean. Go ahead and do a little slightly rectangle. I'm going to have to go for this thing. All right. 7. All right. Hit that one more time. We got slight height. This way. Tougher. And I'll hit the side. I'm going to be reheating this. Okay. Put that back there. So, it's like a square about the size of the sheet. We want an octagon the size of the column, I call it. This is the column. We want a straight column when you have the top tool. You don't want disrupted column. You want the energy to go right into the column, straight through it. No distortion into the column. Don't put pullers in there, butchers.
You don't want a weakened column?
Don't want to disrupt the column. So yeah, we'll be going octagon, 2 octagon. Well, it will push the sides out, so we'll probably have to check it back. These littler punches will take a little bit more work. Getting it down to that driller. The circle inside of that column measurement, whatever that is, a little bit under an inch. I'm going to go ahead and hit once this way, because it needs to be smaller. And then I'll brush here. You see that's a smaller facet right now. That's for the 16 sides. Lighter and lighter. Okay. You see, we've got some flat on that side, which is common, especially if you leave it a little bit bigger than that. The base, though, I'm going to say is well enough for what we're going to be doing. I'm going to go ahead and hit that side. Don't leave that. I'm just showing that. And you'll see this when I go ahead and brush it. When I hit that side, now if I had a big enough ladder or set, you could cover the whole thing. But I'm just going to cover right there. You see how it made it a little flatter? But if I had a big, you don't hit, you can cover this whole thing and you won't be squishing the eye. The eye does get smaller though than it looked before because of all that work right there, especially the diagonal pushes this in. And so I'm going to now reintroduce the drift. I look at my sight, it does fit within the hole, so I don't need humps up there. And I will be putting the drift back in and we'll sign it at that stage. And you'll see the eye come right back to what it's supposed to be. I will be brushing to, and I'll pause the video after this. This is what I call like a little blank. On the road trip, I had bunches of these. No one bought them back then. Sell them for $20 with finished sheets, everything, no sign, because it was for them to make tools. No one bought them. I went broke on the road trip. People weren't ready for hammers yet. I did sell some to farriers, but it was mostly blacksmiths I was on the road trip. Actually, I'll leave that one out. We got the chimney up with the hole up. Don't burn your cheeks. It's low, so got a low blow. Putting the glove back on. This can push the cheeks out, of course, take the drift. So we'll return to the column and have a hole all the way through one direction. You ready, Ed?
Yeah.
Over there. Oh, wait. It's not that one big one. No. You're not putting that on there. No way. No way. Where's your regular one that you all No, that's terrible. It won't even, doesn't usually sign all the time. Way too big.
I just fixed it.
Tool like this. Okay. He doesn't even know what we're doing. I told the crowd what we're doing. Over there, look at the hole. No, you can drive here. I'm gonna go ahead and drive one more time. It's got a little gap, but you can tell. See how solid that is? So that's a good hole. I will brush, hit this side again. Find a clean spot. And yeah, I'll get it off that whatever that. And I'll go ahead and sign both sides. This was the only tool I'd sign before people started asking me to sign my work or whatever. I mean, if they asked me to sign, but I always sign these because you want to know if it comes off, you got to rework where the handle goes in. It goes in this way, and it's all the way through with a taper. And yes, you want a nice taper on your wrist. This may come off just because we hit the side, but no, you see, it's solid in there. So I don't have to brush these either. But easy, you know. Alright, just pause that. But yeah, let me show it. That's like a little blank that you could have just about any tool you want. I'm gonna go ahead and brush that. Yeah, it's dirty cold. But yeah, a little blank where you make all kinds of tools with that. Don't always take it to round, except with round punches and the oval or slot punches. Have rounded edges. That's it.